So here we are, we're going to talk about one of the essential tools for a charcoal barbecue, the chimney starter. Available in two sizes. This is the larger size for the larger barbecues. This is a 57cm Master Touch barbecue. So what you do to light the barbecue, you remove your cooking grate and hook it on the side of the barbecue like that.
And then if you put your chimney starter actually on the lower grate, I always recommend lighting these in the bottom of the barbecue because it's designed for hot things. And when you pour some fuel in there, any dust will stay in the bottom of the barbecue.
Okay.
So people don't often know that this is a way to control heat as well. So if you put the right amount of fuel in, you get the right amount of heat on your barbecue. And with a 57 charcoal like this, if you go flush with the top, you'll get, on an average day, which this really isn't, but on an average day you'll get around about 250 degrees C of heat. And if you go halfway between the top hole and the top of the chimney, so about that 3/4 mark, you'll get roughly 180 to 200 degrees. Do you want to pour the...
Yeah, I'll pour
if you pour the fuel in, I'll get the lighter cubes.
So we're pouring in the Weber 3-hour briquettes.
And I'm just grabbing 2 of the little lighter cubes. You get 24 in a pack. You can, so 2 per light. That should do us about 3/4.
Yep.
So if you want to come in and just have a look at what level that is. And then we're going to take the 2 little lighter cubes, place those on the bottom grate, and using the lighter, we'll just light the lighter cubes, funnily enough, but we'll light those. And then once they've caught, we'll just pop that chimney over the top. 25 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll come back. That'll be good to go, and we'll pour it out. The other chimney starter is a small one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's for the portable barbecues that go anywhere, the Smokey Joes, and also the very, very small smoker.
Right. Cool.
When people are selecting the amount of fuel they put in, should they take into consideration how hot a day it is? Because this barbecue's already quite warm.
This barbecue's already quite warm. If it's a hot, dry, still day with not a lot of breeze, just a few less, kind of maybe drop it down a little bit. If it's a cold, wet, windy day, just a little bit higher. But if you use your barbecue regularly, you'll kind of get a sense of how much fuel you need. So the chimney starter's all the way to the top lit. The coals are glowing and white on the outside. It's time to pour them out. So if I lift this up, we'll show a few things. If you want to just bring those baskets together, I'll just be careful with your hand.
Yeah.
So then there's 2 handles on here. 2 handles, 2 hands. If you pour these out into the char baskets, we'll tip these out. And this is what you would have if you're using the gourmet barbecue system sear grate.
Yep.
Where the disc's in the centre, you'd have your fuel all the way in the centre. But then if you're going to roast, you'd grab your tongs.
If you're roasting, you'd move them to one side like so. So that gives you your indirect cooking.
Indirect heat. This is hot. Okay. So simplest thing to do with this, if you're on the lawn or something, you don't want to put it on the grass, just place it side, just put it on its side, and it will sit nicely on that lower shelf. And then all you would do really, once the fuel's in, put your cooking grate in.
It is always essential to preheat your cooking grate.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So that goes in there. Gourmet system, disc in the middle. If we close the lid, top vent open and bottom vent open, and then you preheat that, burn off the cooking grate from last time, give it a scrub with a wire brush, and away you go. And that is lighting your charcoal barbecue.